You couldn't even buy them all, even if you were the richest whale. I was looking in the shop, and it's like, it's so many mats, you couldn't even buy them if you wanted to. And I don't want to, but if you did, you couldn't. Who are these? Who are these? Who is this pointed toward? I guess if you had already cleared all the other stuff, maybe. I gotta do gifts. It's too much. It's too much. I made a mistake picking that story because now I feel like I have to finish it, and it's such a slog I can't. Kind of want to play Anduin, but I don't need to first pick him because he's Anduin. I'm gonna first pick him because no one else is showing anything, and he's Anduin. Yeah, I wish I had known that. I wish I had thought about that before I picked it. I fucked up. I fucked up picking Swan Lake, and then realizing that was too hard and picking Helen. Mistakes were made. Speaking of pick Li Li, no, the enemy team picked her. I picked Anduin because he's Anduin. He goes with anything. And my teammates are flippy-flopping on what they want to play. So, yeah, the can's green, and I have a green screen on, so it's invisible Mountain Dew. Woo! Spooky. All right, Lafayette, you piece of shit. Let me make you some gifts. What do you like? You like art? Let me go make you some magic carpets. I know how much you love magic carpets. Lafayette loves magic carpets. Who doesn't love a good magic carpet? I don't have a lot of magic carpet mats, so I'm gonna make him, I think, a gun. I think I'm gonna make him like a gun or two. And I'm gonna give it to him. Here you go. Take this gun. Hope you enjoy this firearm. Oh, what am I gonna ban? They have a tank and a healer. Shit, they could pick literally anything. I'm gonna ban this. I got Lafayette to level 5. Wow. So I get my dailies done. I don't know. The Lovecraft orders are gonna hold me back because I've waited so long to do them, but we'll see. Why does their team look scary and our team doesn't? I don't like that. I don't like that. Who's my mail from? Oh, it's from Lafayette. Oh, he sent me an earring pattern and he sent me his relic. What a guy. What was I doing? Alright, I like the hog pick though. Alright, okay. I like the hogger pick. That feels spicy. Hogger Zag kind of weird, but this is Tomb, so this is the wave clear map anyway. What do you think about the St. Patrick's sale? I'll buy the ones for gems because I have enough gems. I'll buy the ones for gems, but I don't think I'm gonna buy the dollar ones at all. But the gem ones. So I bought the one from yesterday / today with the gloves. That, okay, that's a great Taika skin, but you need to be in the pink one with the Speedo. Get it right. Get it right, man. Everybody knows it's got to be the pink Speedo one. I have a lot of gems. I wish I had as much fucking leather and cloth and fucking feathers as I had gems. Can I spend gems on those things? Not really. I have to show you one of these ads. I usually like do the where you watch an ad for gems and stuff off screen, but I have to show you some of these. They're the dumbest fucking things. Do you get the one for puzzle survival? Because I get that one all the time and it's ridiculous. The one that I like the best for that game is the one where the guy is in the elevator wearing only his underwear. And then he's stuck in the elevator and the zombies are coming. And you have to try to match up because it's puzzle survival. So you have to match up the puzzle pieces. And the commercial fails and he's stuck in the elevator and then he gets eaten by the zombies and it's like, could you survive? It's like a weird version of those porns where the stepsister gets stuck in the washing machine, but it's like the dude is stuck in the elevator getting eaten by zombies. Just like, what? It's the best one because some of the other ones aren't as hilarious. Like a giant zombie is coming and the dude just doesn't get the puzzle right, so he just gets eaten and it's kind of boring. But the good one is when he's stuck in the elevator. But they all start with the guy in his underwear, which is really confusing to me. I think they're trying to show you that when you get the puzzle right, you get gear and you gear up. But like, why are you in your underwear? There's another one where the dude appears to be in like a public bathroom. And it's like, okay, I get that. Except he's on a toilet taking a poo in the open, though. It's not like in a stall. So there's like, the ad starts and there's a row of stalls and there's a dude peeing. You don't see anything lewd. It's, you know, it's a game. But it's a game with like shitty, like really old Grand Theft Auto 1 graphics. But there's a dude peeing into a urinal and he pees out the zombie virus. And a cloud of the zombie virus comes like oozing out of the urinal and it starts infecting all the other people peeing. And then it pans over to a row of toilets with people sitting on them, presumably pooing because they're all men. And we just saw that there were urinals present, so I have to assume that they're pooing with no shirt or pants on. And so then it goes into like, okay, so all the zombies are like coming out of the zombie pee and you're trying to escape and you run out of the bathroom and it's like, okay, then it goes from there. But like, I always get so hung up on the beginning of like, number one, why is this person taking off his pants and his shirt to poo? Like, why is he pooing naked? And secondly, why is he pooing naked in a crowded room? Who made this game? So many questions. I can't even focus on the gameplay. Miss Tabs, thank you for the raid. Hello. I can't even focus on the gameplay, which is basically doing like matching puzzles. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Rewind me to the bathroom scene here. What the fuck is going on? But even if you did, Apis, even if that was the thing, would you do it in public? And why does this public bathroom have toilets with no stalls? They're just out in the open. I don't understand. My roots are here to kill there. Who made this game? So many questions. But the one where the dude gets stuck in the elevator is my favorite for sure. He's not wearing any clothes either. He's just wearing underwear in an elevator. And it's like, wait a minute. What? So these are the kind of ads I see. When I say I'll watch an ad for extra turns or whatever, this is what I get. Huh, suck it, Arthas. Nobody expects the life yeet. The holy yeet. Kind of but I can tap. There's another one where it's like an office building with a bunch of like desks set up in the middle of like a bullpen. And then all of the other workers are like actively turning into or already zombies. right? Like attacking each other, or there are people like turning into zombies, like convulsing and turning into zombies. And then there's what appears to be the player character, and you get like an email that shows your screen, and it's like, your boss wants this paper in 15 minutes. So you're like typing while also dodging zombies. I will never play the game, but their ads are insane. Their ads are actually insane. I guess their advertising is working because I remember their ads and I'm telling you about them. So I guess that's a +1 for them, but yeah, they're in my head. They're in my head. They're in. That's true. I know the name of the game too. I don't want to say it because I don't want to advertise for them, but I could tell you the name of the game, which is another, I guess, a win for them. So I guess in that metric, their advertising is working. It's memorable. You will not forget this game once you see these ads. I don't know if you'll ever want to play it, but you won't forget it. That's for damn sure. I only have 2 to turn in, so this is kind of pointless, but hey! Well, it wasn't pointless because we got a turn in and everyone counts. George takes his shirt off to poo for the people trying to remember it from Seinfeld. Oh my god. Well, maybe it's George then. Maybe your character in this game is George Costanza. I kind of want to be with the team, but I kind of also want the team to stop battling because the enemy team is about to hit 10 and we're a little teensy bit behind. So we should really focus on some soaking for a sec. You know, just like a hot second. Get 10 and then, oop, that was a misclick. Oop, oop. That sounds like a nightmare more than a real situation, but that's like George Costanza's whole life, right? A nightmare rather than a real situation. Yeah, so that's the thing with Seinfeld. They're all bad people. That's one of the cornerstones of the show, actually, is that they're all bad. They're all bad people. You laugh at them, not with them, right? I don't think you're supposed to empathize with the characters of Seinfeld. You're supposed to mock the absurdity of the situations they put themselves into, right? And in the end, yeah, so, and I guess not to spoil, but Seinfeld's pretty old, so I feel like this can't be a spoiler. The last 2 episodes, the finale of the show, is that they all go to jail, and there's a 2-episode trial where it's all the different people they've been awful to over the course of the entire show, and they all recount just how bad they were, and then everyone agrees that, yeah, they're all awful, and they go to jail. You're not supposed to like them, I guess. You're supposed to laugh at them and the absurdity that they get themselves into and go like, if you just were normal, this wouldn't happen to you. Shamrocker, thank you for subscribing for 2 years. Thank you so much for subscribing. 24 months. You get a dinosaur. And even knowing that, I don't know if that spoils it too much, because seeing each of their misdeeds laid out to them is part of the joy of those 2 episodes. So you have to kind of watch every other episode to really get the, to really enjoy the ending fully. Like, even if you know what's going to happen, the enjoyment is watching them be put on trial for all of their sins, you know? Yo! Your pain is over 1,000. Congrats on your pain score growing, Spork. Spork's pain grows. My pain score has not grown in quite some time because I can't find anyone who wants to do 16s. Feels bad. Maybe next week. Oh, wait, maybe today. I didn't see what the affixes were for this week. It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday, so maybe we have better affixes. I did not hear you got a 210 ring, but that is awesome. Meat Yard, congrats. I'm glad you got something so nice. I didn't open my vault yet today. I took a nap once I was done with all of my regular stuff. I took a nap. I was so tired. I slept like crap last night. So I was nap berries. Queen of the naps. What are you doing, man? Spiteful, Grievous, and Fortified. Okay, so those are the affixes for Mythic Plus for this week, and I will explain. So Fortified is the opposite of Tyrannical. It usually goes one or the other. Last week we had Tyrannical, this week we have Fortified. Tyrannical is when the bosses have extra health, and you probably heard us complaining about Tyrannical. The bosses have extra health and deal more damage, so you probably heard us complaining about it in literally every M+ we did. Fortified is the opposite. It's the trash that has more health and does more damage, and it's so much easier to deal with. It's so much easier to deal with Fortified than Tyrannical. So the usual rule is if you're pushing keys, like you're trying to go farther than you've ever gone before, you don't do it on a Tyrannical week. You do it on a Fortified week, which is what this week is. So that's good. Okay, the next one is Spiteful. Spiteful, in my opinion, is a pretty easy affix to deal with. When a trash mob dies, it spawns a ghost. That ghost will fixate on one player, always a DPS or the healer, not the tank. And if they catch you, they do big damage. It's not like a one-shot, but it's a lot, especially in higher keys. So what you want to do with the Spiteful Ghost is kite it, because over time they die. Their health just goes down until they die naturally over time. You can also burn them down with DPS. You can just kill them is another option. So Spiteful's pretty easy. You just don't get slapped by the ghost and either kite it or kill it, but it's very easy to deal with. It's harder for melee, because obviously with melee the ghost can spawn right on top of you, and that can be a difficulty. But I still have found in my experience that the Spiteful Ghost is one of the easiest affixes to deal with. And then the final one was, what did we have? Grievous. Okay, Grievous is going to be the one that matters the most for you, Meat Yard, because it's a healer mechanic and it is kind of hard. So Grievous, when you take damage from a mob, you get a debuff that reduces your healing received, you being whoever the person that took damage, generally the tank, right? But you get a debuff that reduces your healing received, and it can stack up to 100% reduced healing. It can stack up to 100% reduced healing. So chain pulling is really hard because you need to let the stacks of your Grievous drop. There are other ways to get the stacks off. Is Kai describing necrotic? Oh, I'm sorry. Grievous is just the dot. You're right. I am describing necrotic. I am so sorry. It's still a healer mechanic, though, and it still sucks. So the first part of that was all correct. The second part is a totally different mechanic. Okay, Grievous is just a bleed, right? It's a bleed, and it just does a bunch of damage. And the higher it stacks, the more damage it do. A little bit simpler, but a similar vein. Yeah, you're right. I was talking about necrotic. But it is still a healer mechanic. It's a ticking bleed that stacks higher and higher, and it doesn't go away until they've reached 100% health, right? So if you don't heal them to full, it will keep stacking as they take damage. and it will hurt more and more over time. So you have to, it's hard like with a tank because they're taking continuous damage, so getting it to go away is really hard. And then you have DPSers who get hit by stupid stuff and then they get Grievous on them and you've got to top them off too. And yeah, it's a little tough. It's a little tough. Kinda, yeah, like the mechanic from the Lich King fight. Kinda. Yeah. But much like Necrotic, there are ways for people to drop their own Grievous without getting healed. Kind of actually the same ways. If they're a Kyrian, the Kyrian potion will remove Grievous, if I remember correctly. If they're a dwarf, I believe Stone Form removes Grievous because it's a bleed. Paladins could bubble it off. Things like that. Self-healing works too. Like, I'm a hunter, so Exhilaration. If the Exhilaration will top me off, I can use Exhilaration to get rid of it. But, yeah, Grievous is a healer mechanic. So we'll probably have to start with some smaller ones so you can get used to Grievous and the Ghost. Because the Spiteful Ghost will spawn and chase healers. So you do have to get used to kiting it. They can be CC'd, like they can be slowed, they can be rooted, they can be stunned, they can be feared. So you could fear the ghost off of you. I don't think they can be mind controlled. I assume they can be shackled because they're ghosts. I've never seen anybody try, but I would assume they could be shackled. Sounds like a week for Binding Shot. Maybe it's a good one to try Binding Shot. I've literally never played with it, but you're right. This might be a good week to learn. They're ghosts, so that's why I thought they could be shackled, because they're undead, right? They are ghosts. And yeah, Meard mind controls everything just to irritate me, I think. Like, just to... I was just saying, Oshari, that my peen score hasn't grown in so long because no one wants to do 16s, but we're raising up a whole new crop of M+ers, so hopefully we'll get there someday. Can they be life grip? No, but they could be death gripped, I assume. I assume a death knight could death grip them. Like, are you trying to kill the person who it's on? So like a death knight could death grip it to its target. No, that's what we were saying. Yeah, this week maybe we'll try some higher ones for our newer players. Let's see if we can get Meard up to 10s this week. Seems like a good week for it. Although he is a healer and he's new. So the Grievous. I keep saying Grievous and I think of, you know how people who watch the HOTS content, you know when I play with Coffee, how he calls a margarita a Gritus? A margarita a Gritus? I keep hearing Coffee saying Gritus in my head every time I say Grievous. I'm gonna, he's okay. She's not. So yeah, I'm not thinking of General Grievous though. I'm thinking of Coffee saying Gritus. I'm gonna be playing with Coffee later tonight. We have scrims. We have scrims, and then we have a game tomorrow. I was interrupting. I only had one, though. Our scrims are in 20 minutes, and then... And then we scrim. We scrimmage. What's scrimmage? Gina, very upset right now. We're really far ahead, like, in terms of buildings. Yes, they got a turn in, but we have all of our forts still. So assuming we keep the majority of our keeps, we could even afford to lose mid if we have to. We're fine, so... I play a healer in everything except WoW, and I don't secretly hate or want to kill anyone. If there's a player on my team who I hate and want to kill, there's no secret about it. But for the most part, I don't think healers want anybody to die. Oh god, can I make it? Yeah! I got you, big hog. You're fine, buddy. Don't you dare go right in there, you know. Don't you fucking dare, I swear to God. Remember that time Meatyard life gripped me to the edge and I kept walking forward because I wasn't prepared for the life grip and I ran right off the edge? Yeah, I remember. I remember. Sabotage. Murder. I just want you to know that every time you mind control a mob, it has massive aggro on you. And every time the mind control breaks, I stun that mob and then misdirect it to the tank. Unless we're in Torghast, and then I send my pet and have them taunted to save you. I could stop doing this at any time. I could stop at any time and let you reap the death you have sown for yourself. I have fear. I'm not afraid they are. Oh my god. I don't know what's going on down here, but like, I'm not gonna participate in whatever that is. I don't know what this is, but it looks dumb, so. I guess she created space bottom? I don't know. But get ready to use that fear on those ghosts. So the thing with the spiteful ghosts is they fixate on a player. They spawn, they fixate on somebody, and they chase them down. They won't hit anyone else. So you can hit other people's ghosts, you can CC other people's ghosts, and that won't affect you. So if Meatyard has a ghost on him and he fears it, it's not like it's gonna slap anybody else. So get ready to fear some ghosts. Or like I said, I'm pretty sure you could shackle undead them. I don't see why you couldn't, because they are ghosts after all. We should not fight up there because we're down Jaina. Don't 4v5. Don't do that. Like, it's not a fight we can win. Wow, what a huge maw, though. Jaina has arrived. I don't... Woo, that was a good pull. Speaking of life grips, that was a good life grip. That was a good life grip. Look at the hogger go! He's hog wild! He's hog wilding out of his mind! What a god! I think Zag can clear that. I'm gonna try to catch up with Garlic Jr. Garlic, what are you doing? We might be able to win off of this. We have 3 katas mid, and now we have the spiders spawning. Like, we might actually be able to win off of this. Wow, that fight went so much better than it could have. The maw from Zagara was great, because they were in that maw. Lily's ult got wasted, and then Jaina was able to come in. I got rooted by Arthas and wanted to root them, and he rooted me. Well, GG. It was technically a win. It was a win. It was sloppy, but it counts. Victory, more or less. Yay! MVP. Still counts. I can't vote for her because she's crazy, so I'm going to vote for him. You were a bug, so vote for you. You played tank in Storm League, vote for you. You played tank in a video game, vote for you. There are so few tanks. You get all of our love and affection just for existing, honestly. It'll be scrims starting in 10 minutes. This was a warm-up game. I want to type some words with my hands.